can you explain how it was working with Jay Eves in Dead Trainers?
Oh, Jeremy Irons?
Yeah.
Dead Ringers. Okay. Jeremy is a very intelligent, demanding actor. He's very well prepared, and he expects everybody to be very professional and so on. And so, but we got along very well, and it was very intense. And at the beginning, it takes a while when you're working with an actor for the first time to get the rhythm, of what. How you're going to work together. And I think at the beginning, Jeremy was worried that I might be too rigid, in telling him exactly how to move or but in fact, that's not the way I work at all. I want my actors to bring many things to me and to be spontaneous on the set and to show me, how they've thought about their character and so on. So once he realized that I wanted very much to have his collaboration, that I wasn't going to just move him around like a chess piece, then that was it. And then we did a couple of movies together after that. We did M Butterfly as well, because we worked together very well.
Why do you make horror movies?
I don't make just horror movies, and in fact, I haven't made what I think of as a horror movie for about 30 or 40 years. So, I don't really think in terms of genre. I don't think in terms of, is this an action movie? Is it a romance? Is it a thriller? I think for me that the question of genre, like what kind of movie it is for marketing. It's for selling the movie. But for me creatively, it doesn't help me, to think this is a horror film. So when you think of some of my movies like Naked Lunch or Dead Ringers, or even The Dead Zone, are they horror films? Well, they have horrific elements, but they're not. You wouldn't call them horror films. So I don't really think about that. I mean, I don't really think I'm now making horror film and this is part of what I do. I don't think of that at all.
What kind of movies do you fancy most making?
What kind of movies do I?
What kind of films do you like?
To watch?
Yeah.
I'm interested in watching any kind of movie, really. I don't restrict myself. Anything that sounds interesting. I'm most attracted to unusual films, unpredictable films that you haven't seen before, but sometimes it's okay to just watch a big action movie and just enjoy the money that's being spent by the filmmakers that I don't have to make my movies, so there's no restriction for me on what kind of movie I will watch. I like very obscure ones and then very popular ones too.
What's the difference between US filmmaking and Canadian?
Between my filmmaking and Canadian film? Well, I think of myself as a very Canadian filmmaker, actually. I think my films are very Canadian in that they, it's Toronto, my home city, is literally halfway between Europe and Hollywood. And I think my filmmaking is a sort of a blend of Hollywood influence and European filmmaking, and so I think many Canadian filmmakers have that combination. We are much closer to Europe than America is, the U.S. Canadians are still very aware of England and Europe and France and so on, and so I think we're influenced, as I say, both by Hollywood and by Europe in our filmmaking.
Why do you like movies from Europe?
Oh, yeah. Well, as I say, I've been influenced by European filmmaking. When I was starting to think about myself as a filmmaker, it was filmmakers like Ingmar Bergman and Federico Fellini and Kurosawa from Japan. These were filmmakers who made films that were not Hollywood. They were not like Hollywood at all, and they were filmmakers who considered themselves artists. And in America, the filmmakers didn't really consider themselves to be artists. They were working in the film business, the film industry. And so my understanding that you could be an artist and a filmmaker, a movie maker, came more from Europe than it did from America. So that for me, that was the major influence on me of European filmmaking.
Great.
That was the best question
Thank you.
I ever heard.